Welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence, where we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. It's brought to you by the Louisiana Lottery, Manda's Fine Meat, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Louisiana, Turner Industries, Care South Medical and Dental, LaBerge Casino, the Law Office of George Tucker, Louisiana 988 Helpline, Exxon Mobil, and Louisiana Propane Association.
Hello and welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence. We bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. We come to you each Monday about noon from Monte Cristo Cigar Bar and Bistro located at 7808 Howell Boulevard. Come out Mondays in the neighborhood of noon and talk a little SU football with Coach and I. You can catch us about 5 times a week on TV. You see the graphic there. Or you can catch us at your leisure on our digital channels. Coach Graves, tough loss to the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. First time we ever lose to the Wildcats. We started off hot, a big 79-yard TD to Darren Morris. And unfortunately after that, it seemed like Bethune-Cookman got a first down every other play.
Yeah, we did start off hot. You know, we forced them to miss a field goal, and then we came out first play from the line of scrimmage. And 70-plus yards passed to Darren Morris, and we're excited, flying around, and then, they came back and had an answer. And personally, I thought that it was a touchback, but after review, they said it was a touchdown, and then they got going, and we were not able to slow them down or execute the way that I thought we should have. And so as an end result, it was a disappointing loss. And, we just got to go back and look at what we're doing and how we're doing it. And again, it starts with me all the way down. I told the assistant coaches yesterday that we have to do a better job of getting these guys in position to execute and finish even when things happen. We lost 3 guys, 3 starters defensively early on, and but you still got to be able to play. Nobody's going to feel sorry for you. They're not going to stop playing because you got injuries, because they had injuries as well.
Well, Coach, one of the things that, is not on coaching is 8 penalties in the first half, and that's players to me. That's knowing what you're supposed to do. That's discipline. Penalties have been an Achilles heel. Can we fix it?
Yeah, it can definitely be fixed, especially the self-inflicted wounds, the false starts, and that's what we had. We had a number of false starts, and that's the disappointing part because, they're disciplined for it, they're punished for it. We run, we work it, we go over and beyond, and guys get in the ball games and get anxious, but there's nothing to get anxious about. And the thing that really bothers me is they know the snap count, they know what the play is on, and then part of it was on the quarterback at times. You can't hold offensive linemen in a position, trying to see what the defense is doing. Those guys are moving around. You can't worry about that. You got to just go ahead, get lined up, and you snap the ball and play. And I thought Coach McNair did a really good job of putting an emphasis on that the last couple of weeks, getting quarterbacks, trying to get them going and not having those guys sit so long. But there's something that you just got to continue to work on, and we'll continue to do that.
Coach, one of the things that I noticed was from the stat line pregame, Bethune had been giving up 300-400 yards on the ground to most opponents, and we just couldn't get our running game on track. What do you think happened that we couldn't get unlocked on the running game?
Well, I think what we actually started Cam trying to use some perimeter runs because we knew that they were going to come in to stop the run. And, talking to Coach Woody and pregame, he kind of alluded to something in a conversation. I don't think he was trying to let that out, but, I picked up on it. And they did a good job of keeping 8 and 9 men in the box. And so when, you're facing a team that's going 8 and 9 man front, you got to throw the football. You can't let your ego get the best of you. But the thing that I really was upset about is that we had a lot of perimeter run game that it was there, and for whatever reason somebody slipped down and fall. We had a situation where we had the defense sealed on the inside, and Trey cuts the ball back, as opposed to just trusting those guys on the edge, because if he goes outside, he walks in for a touchdown because nobody's going to catch him. But it was one of those things where, when they give you an 8 and 9 man front, you got to throw the football.
Yeah.
And so that's what they did. They challenged us to do that, and they were fortunate to get the stops that they needed.
All right, let's jump into those highlights from the first half of the Bethune-Cookman at Daytona Stadium in Daytona Beach, Florida. Here you see them running the ball. Poor tackling, Coach.
Well, when you're trying to wrestle a guy down, it's supposed to bring in your feet, and the same guy just made a great play right there on the screen, Mike Jones. The first play was, it was a good job on the speed right there by Horatio Johnson. Here's the first play. They keyed on Trey Holly, and that opened up. That's the bang play, and Darren Morris, of course, being the athlete that he is. And then, of course, Zimmer did a great job of the PAT. This deal here, I really thought, this was, they said that he had got possession while the ball was in, but I tell you, I think that was a touchback, and that changes some of the outcome of the game, but you got to keep playing.
Yeah.
And so, it's a good job here by Malachi Jackson, catching and getting upfield. That's a great breakup right there by Traylon James. It was a good job defensively here, great stop there. We changed some things, what we're doing on our short yardage and goal line defense. This was another deal that,
I didn't think he got in.
Yeah. So, but you just got to play. It's frustrating for a guy defensively, but, that's why you got to just shake that off and play after play. This is a good job of guys flying to the football right here. They did a good job of getting the ball out quick. Cam Ransom, their starting quarterback, had a bad wheel from the bad ankle from the previous game. So they did a really good job of throwing quicks and things of that nature, taking him out of taking a lot of big hits.
All right, when we come back, we have the second half highlights on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence Graves.
Don't be afraid. Conquer your fears. And play. Midnight Money. Win up to $13,000. Midnight Money from the Louisiana Lottery.
In December of 2011, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. There's an initial shock, I guess, but instead of turning it into a verdict, I considered it a challenge. As it turned out, Blue Cross Blue Shield, it was amazing. I was able to focus in on getting well, as opposed to wondering how I was going to pay for it. I'm Laura. I'm from New Orleans. I am cancer-free for 13 years and looking forward to so many more.
Mom, I hate going to the dentist.
Yes, but you're a real trooper and didn't give Dr. Daniel any problem.
Well, I like Dr. Pam. She really knows how to get me to relax. And I like how my teeth look when we leave Care South.
Well, that's what a good dentist is supposed to do.
At Care South, our dental team works hard to create beautiful smiles and take great care of your teeth. Call us for an appointment today.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats, the flavor says it all.
More than a century of fueling those in need has left our name etched in the history books. As the world changes, so do we at ExxonMobil Louisiana, ever evolving to be not an energy company of today, but the energy company of tomorrow. We're committed to tackling the world's toughest energy challenges, leading critical lower emission initiatives and growing opportunity for all. ExxonMobil, more than a century of proud Louisiana loyalty.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence Graves. Coach, let's talk some numbers. They had 32 first downs to our 12, 41 minutes to our 18 time of possession, 498 total yards to our 267. What's the fix to change those numbers?
Well, the fix is to adjust, to make in-game adjustments better, and to do those things that they give us. Again, they were committed to stopping the run because they knew we had a pretty good run game. But now we got to find those throws and those things we got to do to execute to keep the chains moving. I was very disappointed at the number of 3-and-outs that we had off, and then it began to wear out us defensively. But then on the other side, defensively, there were things that they were doing that we should have done a better job of taking away again, the quick throws and things of that nature. And I don't think that we adjusted well in terms of taking those things away. And then what it causes guys to do is, when you start playing, the younger guys, some of the older guys started to press. And now when you can't have anything positive when you start to press, because now you get outside of the framework of the scheme of what you've been coached to do. So, we just got to sit down and with those guys today when we meet with them and show it to them, and then we go out and practice tonight and correct those things and then get ready for next week.
Coach, Ashton Strother didn't play until the fourth quarter. Why not play Cam and Ashton together and kind of confuse the defense? Because Cam has talents and skills with his feet. Ashton seems to be the better passer. If you kind of two-platooned them, it seems like we keep the defense off balance.
Well, again, the decision was to go with Cam because of what they were doing schematically. And, just trying to get, like I said on Saturday, and it's no excuse, it's just the reality of it. We're not playing with the quarterbacks we had in the spring, and so these guys are learning on the fly.
Yeah.
And it's some growing pains, man, and trust me, I see it every time we go out there, and it's frustrating at times, but, you just got to keep going, and because there were things that we thought that Cam was going to do and should have done, just like the first play with Darren Morris, that we had some perimeter stuff set up to utilize him, and he just wasn't seeing it, or he wasn't trusting it, and so then we had to make the switch to go with Ashton, and of course Ashton is not the runner that Cam is, so now you're chasing points, so now the things that you're trying to exploit, now they can pin their ears back and kind of get after you, because now they know that you're trying to play catch up. So it's a situation that we got to keep working. Again, not going to throw our hands up. We're going to keep working at this thing and figuring out the formula that's going to give us success.
All right, let's jump into those second half highlights from Daytona Stadium in Daytona Beach, Florida. Here you see Trey Holly getting a nice little gainer.
Yeah, he was. We were getting some positive yards, but again, those guys started stacking the box. I thought we were, again, while we were fresh, we were playing pretty solid run defense, and it was, situation like this, guy
had him bottled
up, and get excited and go inside as opposed to outside. But then, again, I thought as long as we were fresh and we were making something happen, that was a situation there where they pushed the pile. It was raining at this point, and Kenny took his eyes off of it. But I tell you, hats off to the defense, because they went out there and played stellar for 3 downs here in this series and forced them to kick a field goal.
Yep.
And that's huge, and that shows you that the guys are bought in and they're working hard, because they could have laid down easily. And this was a touchdown that Cam Jefferson dropped.
Yeah.
And those are the things, those are the killer deals. Situation right here, we had some injuries. We had to move Elijah West to corner. And so, situation where he was out trying to make something happen, and, zone turn instead of man turn. And so, again, at this point, we're doing a lot of 3-and-outs offensively, and it was wearing us out on the defensive side of the ball. This is a great throw-on catch here. And this was a great job here, great call, and a great throw-and catch. Malachi Jackson did a great job of staying in, keeping his feet in bounds for the touchdown there. And so right here, defensive lineman, a guy that we don't really usually play a lot. We had to play him out of necessity. He jumped the gap, and that resulted in that touchdown.
Wide open. All right, there you have it from Bethune-Cookman. When we come back, we'll have our Players of the Week and our player interviews on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence Graves.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
Find more of what you're looking for at L'Auberge Baton Rouge. More of the games you love with 1,000 slots, 50 tables, and a sports book. More of the flavors you crave with the area's best Asian cuisine and great steaks. More staycation relaxation with our rooftop pool, luxury rooms and suites, and epic views of the Mississippi. More top-name performers and the best local artists, plus an exceptional staff to take care of your every need. Add more to your story at L'Auberge Baton Rouge.
To protect my mental health, I like to listen to music and go on walks and just try to clear my mind.
I like to just go home, turn off all electronics, go on Do Not Disturb on my phone, and just sit there and prepare for the next day.
I read my Bible app every morning, and I also read daily affirmations just to make sure I stay motivated in my day-to-day.
Please call 988 if you're struggling with mental health or you need someone to talk to.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence Graves. Coach, who were the offensive, defensive, and special teams players of the week, the top choice players of the week?
Offensively, it would be wide receiver Malachi Jackson.
Okay.
Defensively, it would be nickel Elijah West. And special teams would be Nathan Zimmer.
All right. After the game, Joe Dupree and I caught up with Elijah West and also Darren Morris, and Joe filed this report.
Well, Todd, I'm here with Elijah West, and Elijah, tonight wasn't the outcome that we wanted here at Bethune. However, you were one of our shining stars tonight with 8 tackles. Let's get down to the real nitty-gritty. Penalties and the defense allowing folks to just run over them, and sometimes look like there's times y'all couldn't even stop them. How do we correct that?
Just go back to practice and work on the little things, work on the small details, because everything starts at practice. So just going to go back to practice and correct it.
I'm here with Darren Morris, and Darren, it didn't come out the way we wanted to tonight, but you were a bright light. You had 2 catches, 88 yards total. One was a 79 TD run. That was great. Let me ask you something. Our 3 and outs, we keep going 3 and out, 3 and out. How do we get better at not going 3 and out?
We just got to execute the play, the coach's call. We just got to take a play at a time. Every down, we just got to get positive yards, and we got to take away the pre-snap penalties with the offsets and the holding.
It was a great touchdown run. I'll say that again. How do we score more points?
We got to get the balls in the playmakers' hands, and when we do get the ball, we just got to score the ball.
You heard it right here, Todd, on the Jaguar Football Show.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Darren, and thank you, Elijah. When we come back, we're going to look ahead to Homecoming 2025 against the Prairie View Panthers on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence Graves.
More than a century of fueling those in need has left our name etched in the history books. As the world changes, so do we at ExxonMobil Louisiana. Ever evolving to be not an energy company of today, but the energy company of tomorrow. We're committed to tackling the world's toughest energy challenges, leading critical lower emission initiatives, and growing opportunity for all. ExxonMobil, more than a century of proud Louisiana loyalty.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats, the flavor says it all.
At CareSouth Medical and Dental WIC, we take pride in helping families to better understand their nutritional needs. Our goal is to help expecting mothers and new mothers to take the best care of themselves and develop a healthy lifestyle that will benefit their infants from birth to childhood. When you participate in the WIC program, you will receive healthy, nutritious foods, breastfeeding support, and nutritional counseling. At CareSouth WIC, we believe healthy families are the best families. Call us for an appointment today at 225-650-2093.
My name is Trina. I'm from New Orleans, and I've been with Blue Cross Blue Shield for almost a year. Last year, it was right after my husband and I got married, I was diagnosed with a heart condition. When I received the diagnosis, I was terrified. And it was just so reassuring to know that I was covered. It's very empowering. Having the Blue Cross Blue Shield card in my wallet feels like armor. I'm just like, wow.
Don't be afraid. Conquer your fears. And play. Midnight Money. Win up to $13,000. Midnight Money from the Louisiana Lottery.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence Graves. Coach, we now turn our attention to homecoming 2025. The Prairie View Panthers come to Mumford Stadium, and they are sitting at 3-0 in the SWAC. They sit atop the SWAC West. What do the Panthers like to do, Coach, on offense, defense, and special teams?
Well, Coach Jackson, he's a defensive guy at heart, so they like to run the football as well. They really like to run the ball inside, and then some quarterback runs, some RPO type stuff similar to ours. And defensively, they play a 3-down front, and they play what you call a variations of cover 4, but then they play a lot of drop 8, which they drop 8 guys in coverage, which if you're not used to seeing it, it forces you to throw a lot of interceptions or incomplete passes because you got 8 guys in the passing lanes. So they play 3 guys over top, and then they'll play 5 guys underneath to try to, again, force you to throw the ball, throw into coverage and things of that nature. So, and then the kicking game, you know, they're basically just trying to win field position from that standpoint. So he's doing a good job. Coach Jackson's doing a real good job with those guys. And, again, like you said, they're sitting at the top of SWAC West right now. Had some close ball games that they've been able to come out. They've been getting the breaks, and hats off to him for getting his guys to get those breaks. And so we'll be ready to go. We know what we have to do. We know what's at stake. So we're looking forward to it.
Coach, what do you do to coach against distractions for homecoming?
Well, you know, what we do is we tell them all the time, homecoming is not for us. Homecoming means coming home, and we're already here. So there is no homecoming until Saturday night after the game for a few hours. And so what we do is we tell them all the time is you still have to go to class. You still have to, you know, they have obligations in terms of weights and things of that nature, meetings and practices. And then also we schedule some things around the activities in the evening to make sure that we have them around us. But at the end of the day, those guys understand that there's a commitment and sacrifice that has to take place to understand that we're the show, you know, and so people are coming to see us. So let's make sure that we're where we need to be in order to prepare ourselves to give our alumni and fans a great show.
Well, you know, Coach, for me, this is the first of 5 games that if we win them all, we win the SWAC West and we go to the SWAC Championship. When we come back, we're going to close out this week's edition of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence Graves.
protect my mental health, I just take little breaks during stressful situations and realize where you are and what you're doing and reevaluate the situation from a different angle.
I like to journal, listen to music, and like go on walks. The scenery really like uplifts me.
I personally listen to music, I read books, I give myself affirmations to know that I'm going to be okay, and I know that I am better at defeating my mental.
Protect your mentals.
Find more of what you're looking for at LeBear's Baton Rouge. More of the games you love with 1,000 slots, 50 tables, and a sports book. More of the flavors you crave with the area's best Asian cuisine and great steaks. More staycation relaxation with our rooftop pool, luxury rooms and suites, and epic views of the Mississippi. More top-name performers and the best local artists, plus an exceptional staff to take care of your every need. Add more to your story at LeBear's Baton Rouge.
I'm Jaguar McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence Graves. Of course, we want to encourage everybody in the Jaguar Nation to buy some tickets and be in A.W. Mumford Stadium this homecoming 2025 as the Jaguars face the Panthers. The team needs you. Coach Graves needs you. We want to see your face in the place to root those Jaguars on. Of course, before we end today, we want to give Chef Celeste a little shout out. She got a little new book out. Go to chefceleste.com and give her some love. Yes. And Chef does a great job in taking care of us with a little meal after every show. And so we want to show her a little love and get her her book sold. So it looks like a nice print, so get a copy of it. We also want to say happy 40th birthday to Dominique Mercer. Dom takes care of us every week, Dom. So you got to take care of your people. Dom, go Jags!